Welcome back to Leading Experts. I'm Patty Grabeau. If you're just joining us, my guest today is a creative real estate investor, Lee Miller. Now, Lee, for people who want to get started investing now, is it a good time in today's economy?
You know what? Today is the best time to get started, but actually I can't even say it as good as one of my mentors. What I'd like to do is just play a quick clip from one of my mentors. His name is Chris Wilson. He's an instructor with Nouveau Riche.
Terrific. Let's bring it up.
You know, real estate's really simple. Most people make it too complex. You buy low, you sell high. When do you buy low? When the economy's tanking. When do you sell high? Any other time. So in a market like today, the economy's tanking, there's hundreds of deals out there. People need to realize we're buying houses today for prices that we haven't paid since 1998 to 2000. If you can buy them at rates that are 10 years old, you can make money. How much money? How long do you want to hold on? How much money do you need? It's a great market. More millionaires, true real estate millionaires, will be born in the next 18 to 24 months than at any other time in my lifetime, and probably any other time that I will ever see again or my kids will see again.
I can't believe what he said. 18 to 24 months, more real estate millionaires will be born. That's amazing.
Yeah, it actually, a lot of people don't realize this, but more millionaires were created during the Great Depression per capita than any other time in the history of our country, and we're facing similar type of circumstances now.
Well, it's all thinking outside the box, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
Creatively and doing things in a non-traditional manner, but applying some of the traditional elements as well, like you're doing.
Absolutely.
Now, what about people with no money and bad credit due to the economic turndown? Can they become investors?
Absolutely. That is the best aspect of this. When I first got started several years ago, I had been unemployed for 10 months. I had no source of income, no source of savings, and a credit score of about 500. Not exactly the ideal real estate investor.
Not really, no.
Yeah. But I went out there and actually purchased over $2 million worth of real estate within a very short time frame without a single dime out of my pocket or a credit check.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But having the right education costs money, and you learned on your own. What do you say to the person who would like to become a real estate investor but doesn't have the money to get educated at all?
That clip that you just saw there from Nouveau Riche, I saw Nouveau Riche and realized that it was something different from everything else that I'd already spent money on and invested into. And so when I saw that, I knew I had to pay for it, or I knew I had to go, but I was already broke from all the other companies that I had tried to learn from. So the bottom line is there's always a way that someone can pay for the education if they want it bad enough. I had to ask 4 or 5 people and keep asking and persisting until I found someone to lend me the money to go to Nouveau Riche. I went through their education, and it was within 60 days after leaving the Nouveau Riche real estate education that I purchased over $2 million worth of real estate without any money.
What a program and what ingenuity you have to be so forthright in wanting to take this program. That is really something. Through your experience, what have you found that are some of the strategies that work best in this kind of a down market?
Well, I like to refer to it similar to the law of supply and demand, except I refer to it as problems and opportunities. The greater the problem, the greater the opportunity, the greater the chance to make a huge amount of money by solving people's problems.
Very interesting. And how could someone learn how to profit from these strategies that are in the biggest demand in today's market?
Well, the biggest things going on right now is people are upside down on their houses. They're about to lose the house to foreclosure, or the banks have too much inventory and they don't want properties. So that's where the problems are at. If someone learns how to capitalize on those problems, there's a tremendous amount of income they can make. And actually, Nouveau Riche specializes in teaching people how to handle those, how to turn those problems into opportunities. And in fact, they have a workshop called an investor forum that will teach people how to do how to buy those types of properties.
So they can attend these forums and learn.
That's correct. And actually, if you go to the Nouveau Riche website, you'll see that they normally charge $199 to attend the investor forum. But due to my relationship with them, due to what I've created through them, I can actually get a person in for free to attend Nouveau Riche's investor forum with no money out of
So
pocket.
they should get in touch with you through your website.
Absolutely.
In order to take advantage of this.
Absolutely.
Now, you've talked about Nouveau Riche a lot. Now, why is this?
Very good question. I could either recreate the wheel and spend hundreds of millions of dollars to recreate it and on lots of time, or I could simply refer people to what's worked. Nouveau Riche has had the greatest impact on my real estate education. I've bought far more deals and had much greater success after attending them than with all the rest of the programs that I've been through. And so rather than try and recreate something, I just find what works and steer people in the direction of what's worked for me.
And how do you want people to truly see you and your company?
Well, basically we're the problem solvers. Whenever they cannot do something traditionally through real estate, whether it's buy or sell a property, they've been turned down by the banks, it's not happening, that they can think of win-win innovations as a solution outside of the norm, a creative way to meet their real estate needs,
Right.
whatever they might be.
Now, do you have any special stories that you could share?
Oh, I've got hundreds, but one story that I'll share in particular, have a friend that just recently, a couple months ago, was helping a family that was losing their house to foreclosure. And he basically bought it within 40 days, or bought it and flipped it to someone else and made $40,000 profit in about a 63-day window.
That's huge.
Exactly. Got another friend of mine who basically knocked $75,000 off of their taxes as a result of investing in real estate and all of the tax advantages that go along with investing in real estate.
Because of the tax advantages, they could literally just take off $75,000.
Yep.
And you have all these stories that happen all the time.
These are people that I've personally met. I've seen people that have bought properties. I've seen people that were on the verge of homelessness that have been able to buy properties and turn them for profit.
It's a real blessing. That's really, really wonderful. And we've talked about people who don't have the education and people who don't have the money and people who don't have the wealth. But what about the people who do have money and are already investing? How can you work with them?
Well, no matter how much they've done, how much they know, there's always room to take their game to the next level. Most investors have specialized in a couple strategies, but they don't know everything that's available to them. And so one new strategy could raise their net worth, could raise their potential. But not only that, if they've got money sitting in the bank and it's not earning them the rates of return, or the stock market and they're losing money, anyone can use their money and either invest it as a private lender or use it to invest for themselves and enjoy these types of benefits.
Now, we started off. You have several different lenders package that people can obtain on your website. And what's in that lenders package again?
The lenders package basically gives people the information they need to consider in using their money to fund real estate deals. Talks about the interest rate, how is the property secured, answers the questions that a new person would have in terms of investing in real estate. Not only that, but we'll actually show them how or where to go to get their money into a self-directed retirement plan so they can have absolutely zero taxes due on the gains that they make on that.
Well, and your website is?
Our website is realestatewin-win.com.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's it for Leading Experts. We'll see you next time.